All right, let's get it. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Teaching. The value of teaching. Understand, when you teach, the kids are listening. It may not seem like it. It may not feel like it, but just know they're listening with a very close ear. All right. Quick example. Yesterday, we were going over the lesson. Of compound words. Two words that make one, like motorcycle, like goodwill, like somewhat. Compound words, two small words that eventually make one. So what we had the kids do is we gave a quick essay packet with a quick essays, and we had them highlight all the compound words and make sure they knew them, make sure they can find them on their own. There was a couple that they didn't know, like ear muffs and things like that. And we were just going over that lesson and things like that. And there were some of the kids who you would think aren't listening to us. You would think that they weren't taking in what we were teaching and all that kind of stuff, because that's how it is with kids. They don't like doing the quote unquote boring work. They don't like doing the boring work and all that. They want to go and play and run around and all that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff they're into. You just never know, right? So here's why it's important not to let that discourage you, not to let that actual truth, not to let that reality discourage you. It's important that you continue to teach because they are listening. All right. So as we were walking to lunch, I was walking the kids to lunch. I was walking by the way, the class in which I teach is I spend the most of my time with is a second grade class. And as I'm walking the kids to lunch, I actually had this shirt on right here. And one of the girls looks at it and she goes, wait, they're the road runners. Hey, compound word, right? And I swear, I'm like, see, this is why people get into teaching. This is why people get into education. This is why we do it, because we never know what they're picking up, what they're learning, and how we're actually making a difference in their life. The work we do is so important, because you see how we took that quick lesson, right? Took a quick lesson where we had to literally fight the kids, pull teeth to get them to, focus, do the work, recognize the compound words, recognize all that they're doing. It was quote unquote boring on them, but we stayed persistent on it. We stayed on them. We made sure we got through all the tantrums and I don't want to do it, all the whining and all that other bullshit that they throw at you when they don't want to do something. We stuck to it. We taught the lesson, and now she's able to see things. She's able to see, something on my shirt and say, oh yeah, compound word. And what I had to do, and then this quick, I'll close you out with this. When I recognized that she noticed my compound word on the shirt, then she was able to get a reward. She actually got a reward from us in class. What we do is we have a dollar system in which it's not real money, obviously, but we teach them the value of $1. We give them $1 so they can spend it in the school store every Friday or in the class store every Friday. And I gave her $1 because of that's the way I want teaching to be done. That's the way I want them learning, is when we teach a lesson, I want you to be able to apply it in so many different ways. So when it comes her time, this particular student was a young lady, a young second grade girl. When it comes time for them to start making major decisions in their own life, they can take what they learn in their education experience and apply it to something major. And being a part of that teaching process is truly rewarding. And again, you don't need some certificate, you don't need some degree, you don't need anything to teach. Every one of us, all of us on some level, I've said this on many occasions, all of us on some level are teachers. Just make sure you're taking the responsibility seriously and that you're actually applying it and understanding the truth about you have to teach. You have to continue to teach. All right. Main website to check out to dive deeper into my work, makeyourmove.com. That's makeyourmove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.